Hello, and welcome to this week's messages from the divine. Let's see what wisdom wants to come through for us, setting the intentions for healing and alignment this week. Yeah, so we're going to connect with the Spirit, the great Holy Spirit, the power of life, and Mother Earth. Just imagine it in your heart, connecting into your heart with the power of life and the power of Mother Earth. And imagine your heart glowing with the power of life. And setting the intention that we see, we learn, we know what is the most helpful for us as individuals, for us mutually, and for life on Earth and beyond. Okay, we're going to do a little drawing for the divine wisdom to move through us. Centering in our hearts, imagining the golden light of life just surrounding each and every one of us, individually and together, and for the earth. You can draw with me or afterwards, or just enjoy this creative work that we're going to do together. Just asking for divine wisdom to come through. let's take a look. So Spirit came through and showed sort of the onset of farming, and also the big production of farming, how it's gone from small seeds. These even look like beans, right? But if we play with scale a little bit in our imagination, they can also be giant bales of seeds or any crop. So it's sort of these messages of remembering the seed amidst big industry, and just thinking about the issues of scale. This is what's behind a lot of, back to the landers, getting, making sure you know how to grow your own food. It's not an easy job to grow your own food. I really do think that there is a middle ground of finding and developing community where you have people who love to grow the food, and they're doing it on a small scale, but beyond that of an individual or a family, feeding a neighborhood, for example. So there's just messages of balance, of finding appropriate scales, and where everyone isn't doing absolutely everything unless they so choose, and that's their passion and their love. But more so, true communities coming together where, the different passions and loves stitched together in a collective whole, like used to be, and there's trade and all sorts of things going on. And then these are like a row of cabbages, but once again, there's this play on scale, remembering the micro to the macro. There's this almost cosmic evolutionary spiral that can be seen within the growing formation of the leaves of a cabbage. So that's another reminder of like who we are and what we're doing here. And also, the star is a symbol of that as well, the connection to the cosmos. But it's also X marks the spot. It's where you are at this present moment in time, right here. X marks the spot. And there's a lot of different meanings tied to that symbol. But for today, we're going to look at it as X marks where our feet are, and also the cosmos, and the wisdom and energy and quantum information that can come from the cosmos, which is it's sort of the outer layer. It's an outer layer for our being. We could see that with the bean skin too, right? But it's also an infinite. This is an infinite, which is also the spiral is infinite. And then messages of this came through as just like nationalism. So what happens when the X on the spot becomes too rigid, too firm, too totalitarian, and too prideful, too no, this is who we are, this is where we are. And there's so much good to that. So what we're trying to do here, one of the main intentions, is finding that middle ground. I mean, there does need a sense of pride and claiming an identity, cultural identity in connection with the land can lead to amazing stewardship, a sense of community, and greater spirit of people who live there. When it's too much, then it can squash and kill the life out of everything, right? we've seen that. I'm in Albania right now. I just came from Hungary, and both countries have seen 40 years of communist rule, and they're coming out from that dire squashedness. It ended in 1991 here in Albania, and the remnants that everyone's still living with in their psyche and in the landscape is profound. That wasn't very long ago, right? And we have to ask ourselves a lot of questions in that regard, especially, I'll just say it, in the United States right now, where we think that isn't possible anymore. You have to ask yourself deeper questions about the sophistication of things. How have things evolved, and how does it feel? And the message coming through as sort of an antidote to that imbalance of power and how it affects us and it affects our food and how we live in community and on the land is really tapping back into our creativity. The jigs and the folk dancing and the music and the art and the conversation and sharing the food and talking in person and all of these things just wanted to come through as reminders that even in the hardest times, this is what pulled people together and what fueled the human spirit. And it's very important, equally important for us at this time. Creativity has been poo-pooed, art programs have been cut, ages ago in my lifetime. Yeah. And it's time to pull that spirit back, reconnect to each other and the land, and then build from there. Yeah, that's the true resistance, but resistance isn't even the right word anymore to use it, because it really is a letting go and getting back into the flow, unearthing the beliefs that keep us from dancing our true colors and our true nature and our true heritage as humans on this earth right now. So, yeah, thank you, and I'll see you next time. Much love.